Okay, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Command and Journey. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other group. You understand? And this is the Friday night Lashawan Qadash class. You understand? I'm Priest and Officer 500, Shamgar Bunyamin, followed down the city of London, the UK. This is the Hebrew class. We will go into our holy tongue, which is what Lashawan Qadash means. You understand? Holy tongue. You understand? So with that, we'll get on with the class. And today, well, we're going to get into it. Lashawan Qadash. Okay, there you have it. Lashawan Qadash. You understand? Meaning, this is Lashawan, which means, you understand, tongue, and Qadash, meaning holy. Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue. That's how you say it. And that's how you translate it, you understand? Right? That's the class we're doing. It's the holy tongue, the Hebrew class. You understand? Make sure you have your notebooks, you're writing it all down. You understand? No one ain't just sitting there watching, because obviously this is a class where you'd have to physically write it to remember it and get it down so you can always go through it. Alright? So now, as is protocol, the teacher must always off by heart recite the alphabet, the R and Tha. So it's Abba, Gada, Hawa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. You understand? That is the Hebrew alphabet. I'm going to write it out now. So you can see That's the first line. Abba Gada Hawaza Kata Ya La Ma Na Sa. Come on. So there you go. Every class I will do this. I will write out the Hebrew alphabet so you can all understand. Abba Gada Hawaza Kata Ya La Ma Na Sa I Pa Taza Kwa Ra Sha Da. Ah and Ta. Okay. I'll give you some time. Okay, let's go. And in the Assyrian. Mm, car. So you can see it. Zoom in a little bit. Abagada was car. Keep your eyes on. Oh shit. Okay. So that is the Assyrian. That is the most modern Hebrew you're gonna get. You understand? That is the Hebrew alphabet. You just so like the camera's out. Let me just restore the camera so you can see. Okay, most correct. Alright, cool. So now I've just done the ancient, and now this is the Assyrian. This is the most modern Hebrew you'll find. When you go to the blue letter, you'll find these characters. You won't find the ancient. You understand? But this is the characters you'll find. Abba, Gada, Hawa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Lama, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Tada, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. This is what you'll find, and this is how they are pronounced. If you can see everything, yeah. Okay, Mosaic. Alright, so now with the class, topic of the day, we're going to get into the nations and the Hebrew salute. Understand? I think we'll start with the, let's see what we start with. Okay, so, we'll start with the salute. So, of course, so we'll start with the Hebrew Credo. Right? Now, the Hebrew Credo is literally, you know what I mean, the Hebrew salute we do today, but in ancient times. In ancient times, we have a salute in the scriptures, meaning when we salute brothers, we say, How Bashem Yasharakata, or we say, How Shema Alatah Bashem Yasai. Those are the salutes that we have today, but the Hebrew Credo is something that we had in ancient times. It's what we used to salute each other. Okay, so now let's get into it. So it would have been Shammai, Sabana, higher Noah. The higher Noah, which means hour. Alright, so Shemaya Sha'ala Yahweh Ala Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad. Yahweh Akkad, you understand? Means, now this is the ancient credo or salute that we would do in ancient times. Let's make sure you can see it. Ala Hayanawa Shemaya Sha'ala Yahweh Ala Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad. Meaning, Shemaya meaning here, That's what Shema means. It means to hear or listen. You understand? So here, Israel, or you say old Israel, but that's not in the Hebrew, so we won't. Israel.
Use the sword, and you will join me.
So, okay. I'll call them sword. Lord or the Lord is our power. So Shema Yeshua Yahweh Adonai Noah Yahweh Akkad. Meaning, here Israel, the Lord our power is one. That's how we say it, you understand? The Adonai Noah or Ayanawa, those not Noah, Noah, meaning our. You understand? Allah meaning power, but you understand? Our power, yeah, the Lord is one. You understand? That's the ancient Hebrew credo. Hold on one second. No, you understand? So Shema meaning hear or listen. Yeshua meaning Israel. Yahweh the Most High, the Lord. Alahayanawa, Alahayanawa meaning our power. Or Lord Yahweh is one. That is the ancient Hebrew salute that you find. You know what I mean? That's what we used to salute. And today, so I'm gonna get you write that down. You understand that you get all that down. Shema Yeshua Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Akkad. Right? And remember, whenever you do salute a brother or sister, that is a prayer. You understand? That's why as a brother, your head must be covered if you're wearing a headpiece. You're correct. You understand? You got a headpiece on, so that your head is covered, so that your head is uncovered. You understand? And to sisters, when you do salute or be saluted, make sure your head is covered. You understand? Fully covered. Not like the brothers. Our heads are uncovered. But you have a different covering than the brothers. And that's why you make sure you salute your Akim and Akwafim. You make sure that you remember this is a prayer. This is a prayer for them, making sure they are blessed. You know what I'm saying? You're praying to the Most High Power and our King. But this is the ancient, as I said, this is the ancient credo in which we used to salute one another and greet one another. So I'm gonna let you write it down, see if you can see it clearly. So lucky for my handwriting. Let me fix that to be so lucky. That's not right. Right. Fix that properly so you can properly see. Shemai. Hopefully that's better. Now you can see what's going on. On a higher now, Yahweh Akkad. Alright, no sweat. Give you a little bit of time to write it down. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one. Alright, for you. Obviously in English you put O Israel, the Lord our power is one. Okay, give it a little bit more time. Alright, let's move on. So now we're going to go into the modern salute, the modern day salute. Modern day salute. Let's get it. So now it will be Shalom. Okay, so now maybe this might be a little too small. Hold on. Okay, so now this is the modern day salute to brothers, right? This is a salute that you give to the Akim, right, or the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atah. Now meaning peace unto you, all power, Yahweh, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? So now I'm gonna write it all down properly and translate it for you. Okay? So peace in the name. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the top. So now shalom means peace, right? Not shalom or shalom, all that BS. Listen, you know what I mean? When you read it in the Hebrew, it says there is a wa, but it's silent. It's shalom. You understand? Shalom. Right? Shalom, Yahweh, in the name. So Ba, Ha, Sham. You understand? Ba meaning in, the meaning so Ha meaning the, Sham meaning name. So Ba, Ha, Sham. So whenever you hear the Ha, it means the. It means the or the. Whenever you hear Ba by itself, it means in. Whenever you hear Sham by itself, it means name. Together that is Ba, Ha, Sham. In the name of Yahweh Shai, which means Savior. Or what we know as today, Jesus. Jesus, you understand? The name of our King, Yahweh Shai, which means Savior, right? Yeah. You get it? Savior, right? That's transliteration comes to Jesus, right? Okay, so you get it. Our King, Yahweh Shai. Barak meaning bless. Athar meaning you, right? So now on the side here I'll put a thumb, because a thumb specific is plural. So a tha would be singular, one individual. A thumb would be plural, multiple brothers or akim. You understand? Which would be translated to y'all or you all. Y'all. Bless y'all. You all. You understand? That's plural. You understand? Let me see if you can see everything. So it's peace. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless you. Let's get it all down. Get it all in there. May the Most High, in the name of Yahushua, bless you. Or bless you. Or bless you all. Or y'all, as our brothers in the Americas say. Y'all, you all, you understand? Same thing. But yeah. So Shalom, how about you? Yahushua Brakatham or Brakatha. Brakatham is plural. See if you can see all of that. Hold on, let me. Yeah. Could rewrite that actually. It's a bit more clear. Atha. And the other would be just adding the M on the end of thumb. That is the masculine pronoun or noun that will, you understand, it's a masculine term, so that's why you're speaking to men. You understand? A tha is just you. That could be anybody. But a thumb with an M, that is specific. It's specific to men. It's a masculine term of saying it. So that's brothers, the akim. Let me write that down. Yeah. Akim. Oh. Brothers. Okay. That's the akim. That's the salute for the brothers, the akim. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some time to write it all down, because this is a class where you have to write it down so you can go over it. You have to be able to read and write and say all these things. You understand? So now when you're saluting brothers, you know what you're actually saying. This is the first thing you should actually learn in the school. You just have to salute brothers and sisters. You understand? So this will be the modern day. So we have our king at this time. And all things must be in the name of our king. As he is our head. And he is between us and the Most High. That is why we will say, Bahashem Yahushua, in the name of Yahushua, our king. Because our king will come before us. You understand? That's a rank and order. As you read in 1 Corinthians 11:3, you understand? There's the Most High, there's our King Christ, and then there's the man and the woman and child. Everything there is an order and a rank and a system. Alright, I think that's enough. We're going to move on. Now, for the sisters. For the Aquafium. Okay, let's get back a little bit of some space. The sisters. So we say it again, Shalom. Yahweh. Well, could be different. How Shema. Okay, so it's very different. You know what I mean? When the class is complete, and you do, you're in the school, and you have the aquafium to the left, you would saw meaning to turn, and then you'd face the aquafium. You understand? And so now, again, peace. This is the salute that will be done among the sisters and to the sisters and from the sisters. Watch over you. This damn board don't fall down. Okay. Hope that's clear enough for the Akim and Aquathim. So now let's break it down. So Shalom meaning peace, the Most High or Lord Yahweh, watch over you. So now Athar meaning you, same like before. But now this is where it gets into the specifics for the sisters, right? Athan with an N is a plural and specific to the female though. It's a feminine pronunciation. It's feminine. It's for the women. Athan, not the M, but the N, the Na. You understand? I didn't miss anything there. Nope. Right. So that's it. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Ayla Tha Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Or Shalom, Yahweh Shema Ayla Thun Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Meaning peace, the Most High Yahweh, watch, which is Shema. Shema means watch. So when you're on Shema as a brother in the school, you're on the watch. You're on the guard. You understand? Right? So Shema meaning to watch. Over I'll meaning to watch over. Over meaning I'll. Atha, you. Or Athan meaning you all or y'all. Right? You all meaning all you sisters. So when you say a thun, it is specific to the sisters. You cannot be saying a thun to brothers because it will never. If for example, if someone's writing a record of what you just said, right, and you specifically said a thun, that means you're specifically talking to the sisters, not the brothers. You understand? And again, Ba Hashem in Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, Sham meaning name. In the name, Bahashem, Yahushai, our King. Yahushai meaning Savior, which will translate to Jesus today. You understand? And right, specifically, so it is for so Akwath is singular, meaning sister. That is sister. Then we add the Yam. Akwath Yam, meaning the sisters. So like my mistake. Right. You understand? Akwath Yam. Akwath Yam. Right. So just take the time to write this all down. Hope you can see everything, yeah. Right, take it all down. Shema meaning watch. I'll, over, you, a thun. Take the time to take all these notes because this is key. Understand the fundamentals of our heritage and our credo, how we communicate with one another. Let's see. I'll give you some time. Right. I think that's enough time. So we'll go over it again. So it means, right, scribbled up now. Right, again. So Akwath or Akwath. Right. So it's Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, I'll, I'll, over, Athar, or Athon, Bahashem, Yahweh for the Akwaf Yom. You understand? That is how you salute sisters. And sisters, when they will salute brothers, they will say the same thing, only the Athon will be changed to Atham. So this will be changed to this. You see? Hope you can all see that clearly. Yes, Atham will be changed to Atham when you salute brothers. Get it right. So when you salute sisters, you say Shalom Yahweh, Shema Al-Athar, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they'll say Shalom Yahweh, Shema Al-Athar, Ba'ashem Yahushai, or Atham, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And you vice versa. Okay. So now, yeah. It's not much, but it is the fundamentals which is important. You understand? These fundamental things are what we need to understand, basically. And then even in that, you will see and understand very different words like Shema, I'll, over, you understand? I'll, you understand? Ba Hashem, Ba meaning in, Ha, the, and Sham meaning your name. Sham, that's your name, man. Your name, Sham is your name. That's what that means. Okay. Okay, I think we can move on. But that will be the salute. Okay, let's get on. There's enough time. Okay, so now we've gone over the various salutes. We've gone over the initial ancient salute, which would be Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahweh Alahayim, Salaki Alahayanawa, Yahweh Akkad, right? That's the initial salute, the ancient salute, which you'll find in old times. And we've gone over the modern day salute with the brothers, Yahweh Bahashem, Salaki, yeah, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, or Atham, you understand? And then we've also just gone over the salute with the Akwathim, which will be Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, or Athan, Ba'ashem Yahushai. You understand? Okay, so now we're going to get into a couple other things. We're going to go into the Gentiles. The Gentiles, meaning nations. All right, so let's go into that. So, Gentiles. Or in the Hebrew, it would be Goya, Goya, Goya. Goya, Goya. Gentiles, nations. Goya. Just spell it clearly so you can see it. Okay. Cool. Goya. Nations. Right. Another term for these nations is what? Our enemies. Enemies. That's what the Bible calls them. Enemies or enemy. Right? Enemies. My handwriting is terrible, but alright, I'll rewrite it. Hey, it's not becoming, is it? Could do better than that. Right, or enemy. Right. So now the word for enemies will be Ayab. 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 These are our enemies. Alright. Heathen nations, enemies, our oppressors. So we have the word Gentile, which means nations. Gawaya, 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 Gawaya. And then we have the word enemies. Ayab, Ayab. Once again. Ayab. Gawaya, Gawaya, Gawaya. Ayab, Ayab. enemies. Okay, let's start with a couple of them. Start with a couple of these enemies. Just take time to write that down, actually. Alright, just take time to write Gawaya, Gentiles, enemies, or Ayab, or Ayab Yum, which mean enemies, plural. Ayab Yum. But Ayab is just single. Enemies, enemy. Alright, so now let's get into specifics of who some of these enemies are. And who we know today, and what their name is biblically, and how we write their Hebrew name and in our tongue, in our Lashawan Qadash. So let's start with the Chinese. So they like to sell everybody plastic rice and invent the coronavirus, COVID-19, or what have you, eating bats and shit. So like it. Chinese. The Chinese, right, are called in the Bible Moab. The sons and daughters of people that have Down syndrome, or the sons and daughters of incest, children of Lot. You understand? Moab is their name, their true name, right? Now, how we write it in Hebrew is like this. Ma, wa, okay, Mawa Abba. Mawa Abba. Mawa Abba. So, Ma, Wa, Ba. Mawa Abba. That's the Chinese today. That's who they are, man. Moab. People who like to eat, live octopus and babies, fetuses in soup, and bats and pangolins. That's Moab or Mawa Abba. Mawa Abba. Or the people that like to sell us plastic rice, plastic fish, and all kinds of poison. Mawa Abba. That's their name. The Ayab Mawa Abba. Okay, give some time to write it down. Mawab. Ma-wa-ab. Mawa-abba. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Let's see. Who's next on the list? Oh, Japanese. So the cousins of all the brothers, very close cousins. Japanese. People that eat sushi and they're famous for their warriors in ancient times called the samurai. You understand? Famous for sushi and stuff and just being retarded. The samurai. This is the highest suicide lovers in the world. The Japanese. Alright? These are the cousins, or if you will, close brethren to Moab. These are the Japanese, which are Ammon. In English, the biblical name is Ammon. Ammon. Japanese are Ammon in the Bible. Sons of Lot, just as Mawa'aba, just as Moab, the Chinese. Mhm. And how you say their name in Hebrew is I'm a one. I'm a one. Mm-hmm. I'm a one. That's their true name. And that's how you write their name in Hebrew. Ammon, just I'm a one. Mm-hmm. Yes. All these nations believe themselves to be greater than us. But meanwhile, they're the sons and daughters of incest. You understand? Okay. I think that every time I'm a one. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm a one. Okay, cool. Let's move on. The Arabs. The Arabs. The people that like to, the wild men, as the scriptures say. The ones that like to strap C4 to their chest and do all kind of madness. The Arabs. Which are Ishmael. Ishmael. Mhm. Okay. And they obviously, this is like world known, that everyone knows that they're Ishmael. Even they know they're Ishmael. You understand? Right? So the Hebrew is Yashama'ilo. Yashama'ila. Yashama'ila. Let's get it. Yashama'ila. 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 It's very hard to say. Very close to Yasha'Allah, but it's not the same, of course. Ishmael. Yasham Ma'ai Allah. Yashama'ai Allah. Yashama'ai Allah. Ishmael. The C4 strapping madmen, wild men. This is they. The ones that own the oil today think themselves to be something. Bound to a stone. Okay. Yashama'ai Allah. Yashama'ai Allah. Okay, I think that's enough time. Yashama Very hard to say. A lot of brothers will read Yashamai and then the last, but it's Yashama Allah. Yashama Allah. Yashama Allah. It's hard to say, but you gotta get it. It's one thing. It's not Yashamai, Yasham my, and then no, it's Yashama Allah. Alright? That's Ishmael. We're gonna move on. That's enough time. Okay, this is the Arabs today. So, one nation you may know of, the Persians, or Parash. Persians, which is like Iran today, yes, it is this. Parash. Right, Persians. Right, which is would be Iran or Iran. Some people like to say. The Persian Medes, the Pakistanis, and the East Indians would have been a coalition of the Persian Medes. But this is specific to the Persians, right? Parash, Persians, or Iran or Iran, that's however you want to say it, right? Okay, it's very easy. Parash. Okay. Persians. When you hear about like what do you call it? What's the name again? Esther, right? When you hear about Esther, when they were under the Persians, this is the nation they were under, the Parashim. Right? These are the people. Paras. Okay? Persians today, Iran. Or Iran. Some people say Iran, some people say Iran. Same thing. Yeah? Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go to the East Indians. East Indians. Right? These are people you see in most of your corner shops. You understand? Most of the grocery stores, corner shop. You know what I mean? East Indians. From India. The real Indians, right? The ones who worship Shiva and brought weed and marijuana and Rastafarianism to, or they brought Hinduism to Jamaica and it turned into Rastafarianism. The ones that brought ganja, understand, and dreads, the ones that had dreadlocks, East Indians, because of their worship of Shiva, which is Elam. Elam. That is their true name. Elam. They worship an elephant called Ganesh. That's them. Elam. And they also had in our slavery, siding with the Parash and Yashma'i Allah, Ishmael, and the Persians. You understand? They would have sided with them and enslaved us in ancient times. The ones who worship the elephant, Ganesh, and worship Shiva, smoke weed, where most of our Benjamite brothers learned that whole culture from, which is not our own. You understand? Right. Elam. Ilam. Okay. Ayalam. What is this? Right. Elam or Ayalam. Ayalam. Understand? Elam. Ayalam. That's where they come from, man. That's who these nations are. That's their biblical name, and that's how you write their name in the Hebrew. That's how you write their name in the Hebrew. These are the ones who, you know, they worship multiple gods, multiple false gods. You understand? In the religion of Hinduism, and they worship the elephant, and they worship the cow too. That's why you see some videos of them bathing in the cow dung, because that is their culture. And they do various other activities which we are not meant to take part of, like smoking weed, like growing dreads. You understand? That's where this all comes from. It's from their religion, their Hinduism, in their worship of one of their gods. But their true name is Elam or Ayalam. Ayalam. Yes, Ayalam. That is their name. Okay, you've got it all done. Cool. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to get into Japhet, or Polynesians today. We'll go with different names. We'll say Pacific Islanders. Pacific, all the natives of the Pacific Islands, which are the Polynesians. They have many different names. Polynesians, like Samoa. In America, you get a lot of American Samoans, like Hawaii. You get the natives of there. New Zealand, Tonga. What's the other one? Fiji. You understand? These are the Polynesians, the Pacific Islanders, the Polynesians. They are Japhet. Japhet. Got a lot of fake Israelites chatting BS talking about these are Israelites. No. Pacific Islanders are Japhet, which most of them have never prayed tell taken our people into captivity. You don't hear of Japhet taking us into captivity in the scriptures. Most tribes of Japhet haven't really done us much harm. Now in the Americas, you get a lot of brothers. You get a lot of Issachar and Yahweh, Judah. You understand? Fighting against these Polynesians or these Samoans or Tongans. You understand? These are not our people. Those big guys that you see in American football playing defensive line, old line, like Troy Polamalu and all them man there. Listen, they are Japhet. That's their true name. The ones that play rugby, they love playing rugby. Samoa, New Zealand, the All Blacks, the Tongans, they love that. That's them. These people, the Fijians as well, all the Pacific Islanders, they love their rugby, love their American football. I like to say football, but whatever, right? They love that. They love their playing. They're mostly saying they're big and huge, good for rugby, good for all that. Polynesians, man. Pacific Island, want to do the hacker? That's where they come from. They are Japhet. They are Japhet. You understand? These are one of the nations in the scriptures that will receive a lot of mercy because they didn't really commit that much against us. All will be subject unto Israel, but these ones are one of the few heathen nations that haven't done that much, haven't put much oppression and inflicted much upon us. So that is Japhet, and their name is Japhet, right? Or Yapath. Yapath in the scriptures. I'm going to write it down. Yapath. Yapath. That's their name. You understand? Hope you can see it. Japhet, Pacific Islanders, Polynesians, Japhet, Yapath. That's who they come from, man. They are not Israelites. You know, they're not us. They are Yapath. That's who they come from. The ones that love rugby, American football, do the haka, Hawaii, Samoa, all of them, man, New Zealand, or even in Australia, you find them. You understand? They are your path, Japhet. Let you write that down. Give you that time. Your path. Mm-hmm. Okay, that should do. Okay, cool. Now you know. If you didn't know before, now you know. You understand? They are not Israelites. They're not your brothers. We've got another nation coming up that many of our people claim to be ours, but they are truly not ours. Right? So, goodness sake. What is it, man? Alright, Salakia. Okay, so now another nation. The Africans. Now, Africa is not one nation. Africa is a continent of people, but that whole landmass the native people of that land are Ham. So the broad state that we're going to call African, which is not even their name because, of course, through history, a man called Africanus who conquered that land in the Roman Empire, I believe, he called it Africa, but it's not the true name. The true name is Ham. Ham. Or the Hamites. Right? Ham. People in Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Ethiopia, they are Hamites, Africans. They are not our brothers. They are not Israelites. Israelites fled into Africa and then later on in time were sold by those same native tribes to the Caucasian and the Arab man. These are not Israelites. These are Ham. These are nations of people that we fought against many times during the time of Joshua, Moses, David. You understand? These are Ham. Now, there's many different tribes of Ham, which we're going to get into a couple of them, but their people as a whole are Ham. Just like how we went through the Japhet or Yapah, how the Polynesians have many tribes among them, in Hawaii, New Zealand, Samoa, Fiji, there are many different tribes, different people, different nations among them, but they are one people. They are Yapath. That's where they come from, Japhet. Just like Ham. The broad statement of who they are is Ham. That's where their father is, Ham, right? Which is Ham. Alright, we're gonna get it. Okay. Ham. Why? Come on, man. Alright, a little bit. Ham. Ham. That's their name. That's who they are. Ham. Yeah, Ham. That's their name. Hamites. Kamyam. Ham. Yeah, that's what the Africans are. Ham. You know what I mean? You got fake Israelites in purple, loving the heathen. But these are not our brothers. They are Ham or Ham. Kham. Okay. Let's get the next one. We have, what else we got? Egyptians, which is another son of Cam or Ham, but they are specific, very specific tribe among the Hamites. So you have Egypt. Egyptians or Mizraim. Well, that's the name actually. No, or, now this is the natives of Egypt. Today you'll find them in Sudan. It's the blacks, not blacks, but the Africans of Sudan. Those are the original Egyptians. You understand? Those are the original ancient Egyptians that ruled in ancient times. People in Sudan now, the Africans in Sudan, not the Arabs, but the Africans in Sudan are the true ancient Israelites. Salakia. They're the true ancient Egyptians, right? People of Sudan. Yeah, the natives of Sudan, the Africans in Sudan are the true ancient Egyptians today, right? And their name is Mizraim, right? Mizraim. Right? Mizraim. Yeah? Mizraim. That's their true name. Mizraim. Okay. So their real name is that's not correct. Matazah Matazarayim. 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 Okay. Matazarayim. 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 That's how they truly pronounce their name. That's who they are. The original Egyptians, the original pharaohs and slave masters of the Israelites of our foreparents in Egypt, with those people in Sudan today. You understand? The people in Sudan today, the Africans in Sudan, they are Matazarayim. Matazarayim. You understand? Matazarayim. That's their true name. And that's another tribe among Ham or Cam. You understand? No brothers in America is talking about the Egyptologists. You understand? That's not you don't come from them. You can't trace yourself back to them. And it's simplistic into believing that you are the slave trade and now you are saying you're African, right? Which is ignorance that you're gonna find. But how the hell did you get specific to Egypt? Because Egypt was so great, now you have to be that. No. How do you know you weren't the lowest of the low? How do you know you know what I mean? How do you get to that conclusion? Because they're living in their own fantasy. They're living in the clouds. The real understanding is that the true Egyptians, the true ancient Egyptians, are not the Arabs you see today, right? They are the people in Sudan, the tribes of Sudan. There were Tutsis and those people. Those are the true Egyptians, right? The ones you see in Sudan, the so-called Africans of Sudan are the true Egyptians. Those are the ones that were the pharaohs. Those tall giant people. That's who the pharaohs, man. Not no Arabs, because that would be a filthy lie. Okay, so Matazarium, the Egyptians. All right, moving on. Okay, so now we have Canaan, another tribe among Ham. Canaan, right, or Canaan. So we have Canaan. Right, which is Canaan. Canaan is another tribe. So you find the South Africans today, a lot of them are Canaanites because the land was taken, they fled to the south. So we put South Africans. Right? These are the Canaanites, right? Another tribe of Cam or Ham, you understand? Canaan. And how you say it in the Hebrew is Ka. Oh no, that's not correct. It can be, but I don't. Okay, it's better. Still a bit messy, but awesome. You're gonna get it right, people. You understand? Don't be doing no half. Okay. Canaan. 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 Another tribe of the Hamites. You read about it in the scriptures. Canaan. Okay, oops, now can you give you some time to write that down? Canaan. No sweat. It's another tribe of Ham or Cam, right? So now, what's the four heathens? Edom. Edom, which would be the Caucasians. Edom. Edom. These are the nation. This is the nation of heathens, or Ayab, or Gawaya. You understand? Gawaya. This is the nation that will never receive any mercy. Other nations that we've gone through today, they have some level of mercy, but this nation, the Edomites, nah, they will have no mercy from the Most High. They will receive only pain and judgment, and rightfully so. You understand? You know, have no mercy. Right? So now, I the one. I the one. I the one. I the one. Edom. I the one. Edom. Alright. I the one. I think you will know who these people are, the Caucasians, the people that come from the cliffs of the rock. Those that magnify themselves as the eagle. You understand? And sit and nest among the stars. This is I the one. I the ones, okay. Caucasians, Edom. The Edomites, the cavemen. You understand? The Neanderthals. This is they. This is their people. People that formed the Greek and Roman Empire. People that came up against us in Portugal and Spain, France, and America and Britain. These are the Edomites. Are the one. Just gonna get another tribe of Edom that holds specific, very specific, very specific. That's what. Let us see. Okay. Just see. The one. Okay. And another one, another tribe of Edom we're gonna get is Imalak or Imalak, which would be the you understand? Right. It will be pronounced Amalek. Amalek. Right. This is the fake Jews today, another tribe of Edom that came from it's my straight up fool. These are the fake Jews, anyway. You understand? These are the ones that took over our culture and our heritage. Amalek. You understand? Amalek. No tribe of Edom. I selected. It's random Hebrew. I Malak. I Malak. Double check it. I Malak. Right. This is the tribe of Edom that has stolen our heritage. Amalek. These are the ones that Saul failed to slaughter because he saved few of them, but he should have slaughtered every last one of them. Amalek. You understand? And so, I believe that is all of them for today's class. Alright? Alright, Priest Officer 500, Sean Garbon Banyaman, closing out the class. This has been the Lashawan Qadash class, and we covered the Hebrew salute, and the various different heathen nations, or Goaya, you understand, or Ayabium, that are enemies, and we've been covering a couple of the nations that are round about us, who they are, writing their names in Hebrew. Alright, so that's the class. I'll say Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatam to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatah Hashem Yahshua to the sisters. Alright, with that, we'll close it up with a courtesy salute. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatam, Yeshua Class dismissed.